Hello, fellow classmates and professor. This is my video on the right to remain innocent, written by James Duane. Our first scenario is the tragic case of Ronald Cotton. Mr. Cotton first learned he was a wanted man and did what any normal, innocent person would do, and went down to the police station to clear his name. He happily answered these questions about the dates of the alleged sexual assault, volunteered some details on his whereabouts, what he was doing, and who he was with. Unfortunately, Mr. Cotton got some of his dates wrong and told the cops the wrong whereabouts on a different night. The alibi witness that the police had were unable to confirm his whereabouts from this mistaken date, so ended up contradicting what was given to the police. Trying to rectify this mistake, Mr. Cotton gave them real details, but the investigation concluded this as an admission of guilt, and Mr. Cotton was put behind bars. This is a classic tactic used by police officers. Eyewitness accounts are 95% usually released with false information, so I believe they shouldn't even be used in the court of law. A second scenario was Shirley Smith, a grandmother who was accused of killing her infant grandson while the baby slept. Shirley Smith had no criminal record or possible motive to hurt her grandchild. It's her grandchild, but she foolishly agreed to be interviewed about the toddler's death by a social worker. The social worker ended up being a key witness against Mrs. Smith for the trial of her murder. Social worker said that the baby died from a different cause of death, which put the grandmother in a different state of mind and thought that maybe she killed her grandson. Just that little statement was used against her and ended up being prosecuted just from that statement, even though she thought that the social worker was there to help her. Duane presents many reasons on why not to talk to the police. First of all, talking to the police doesn't help you. Talking to the police makes your life more difficult because they're going to find a fault in anything you do. Another reason why you shouldn't talk to the police is sometimes when you recount things, they might not be totally true. People forget things all the time. You're not going to chronologically remember what you do throughout the day, where you've been, what you've done, etc., etc. Whether innocent or guilty, there's no rush to talk to the police. Talking to the police is a last-ditch thing that you need to do. You also might give them the wrong information. And if you give them the wrong information, they're going to believe what you first said and not what you said secondly. And any piece of evidence that they obtain will be used against you, and don't be fooled, they will try and use it against you. My important advice from reading this book is if you are in trouble with the police or need to talk to the police, ask for a lawyer. 100%. It's your right as a U.S. citizen to ask for a lawyer, and you should request one. My personal opinion after reading this book is the police are not on your side. They're just like human resources within any big major corporation. They're there to protect themselves. So what I got out of this is always protect yourself. You come number one, so do not talk to the police unless you have to.